Hello everyone, I'm Cristiano. I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Cristiano's Doujinshi Corner, where, as usual, you can find reviews, unboxing, and leafing through non-hentai, original content, non-parody doujinshi. I'd like to remind you once again that this is kind of an offshoot of my written blog, which has not been superseded, still updated regularly, but I would like to make this channel about, leafing through some of the more interesting items that stand out from my collection and my purchases. And today we have a chocolate apple by a circle named Choco. The front image might remind you of a certain someone, at least from the sweater, and you'll be right. Apple, so this is a doujinshi dedicated to Steve Jobs. In particular, in this case, gender bent tsundere Steve Jobs. As you can see, it's from the cover already. This is somewhere between a tribute and a parody, you might say. It's produced by a by a team called Chocolate Shop. Maybe you focus, okay, since 1996, which is kind of interesting because it's one of those circles that are somewhere between amateur doujin production and commercial production. They also have, aside from a few doujinshi, a manga series to their name. It's called the IGN Cross Station, something like that. I have the doujin official guide. It's a series from a while ago, but this goes to show again that oftentimes there is no clear demarcation between who does doujin work and who does commercial work. Sometimes they move from one to the other, they graduate from one to the other, or they dabble in both. So what we have here is a nicely, it's staple, but still pretty nice paper. Not very thick, kind of in the average for a doujinshi. It's partially black and white, partially color, and includes a little bit of everything. It starts off with a few pretty funny gag mangas about Choco, kind of the protagonist, alias of the head of the circle and creator, kind of wondering about their first encounters with Macintosh. I'm a PC user, so kind of out of the loop here, but apparently Macintosh are the best thing ever to come into the world, be born into the world. And here we have the first of many tsundere, gender bent shoujo takes on Steve Jobs. Quite funny because even though it kind of looks nothing like him, you can still recognize him from the sweater and evil expression, I guess. Here you can see kind of a parody slash explanation of Choco's own studio for his doujin group. As you see, there's actually a hierarchy. He is kind of the head. He's got assistants and such, even 3 assistants. So, I mean, almost approaching manga studio kind of workforce. There is some Evangelion gags here and there. It's gag manga, but it does include a little bit of commentary on the various models of Macintosh that Choco and his team went through with anthropomorphizations and such. Again, anthropomorphizations and kind of like humorous takes on the various programs that the circle has used for producing their doujinshi and their manga on Mac. It's kind of text heavy, but it's fairly interesting. I mean, it's basically somewhere between a run through of the circle and Choco's own experiences using Macintosh and Mac programs through the years. It also features some fairly simple but kind of interesting graphic design work that they've done on Macs. Some color pages, pretty nice. It's not glossy paper, but it's still pretty high quality for being matte. Again, some more anthropomorphizations of various models of Apple Power Mac. Gets more and more frilly as the years go by. A few of the short manga illustrations that the circle has done with on on Max, some sample of their work. There's actually nothing from their official manga cross station because I think that came. This is 2011, so it actually came, I think, slightly after. It's a early 2010s release. This is particularly funny. You have also like you have a MILF manga Bill Gates facing off with Moe Steve Jobs. Pretty funny. And then you have kind of a touching tribute in the last page when Choco learns of Steve Jobs' death. Kind of touching and a nice, capstone to this fairly short but pretty funny doujinshi. Again, somewhere between a parody and a tribute. It's kind of particular. It's not a single case. I mean, oftentimes there will be doujinshi that are not parodies of manga or anime, but of popular figures and such. I still have to get my hands on the one, the BL doujinshi on Fassino, which is an Italian politician. But yeah, so something different from last week. Kind of trying to run the gamut in these short, brief videos. Thank again for stopping by. Have a good day and tune in next week for another doujinshi showcase. Thank you.